All right, so we're going to take a look here at questions 37, 38, 39, and 40. And for 37 and 38, as well as 39 and 40 actually, the directions are going to be for the given pair of functions, find the requested item. All right, so for 37, we're given the functions f of x equals x squared plus 4x minus 3, and g of x equals negative 9x squared plus 7x minus 2, and they want us to find f plus g of x. All right, so all that means is that they want us to take the function f and add it to the function g, which is exactly what we were doing in the previous few videos. We were adding two functions together. So what is function f? Well, we have x squared plus 4x minus 3. And they want us to add that to the function, right? Add that to the function g. All right, well, the function g is negative 9x squared plus 7x minus 2. And because this is a positive, a plus in between our two expressions, we don't have anything to distribute. And so, same thing here. There's nothing in front of this expression to distribute. And so we can go ahead and drop both sets of parentheses and go ahead and see if we can combine any like terms. So when we drop our parentheses, we have, and let me go ahead and real quick label this. This is 37. So we have x squared plus 4x minus 3, and then minus 9x squared plus 7x minus 2. Let's go ahead and combine our like terms if we can. Well, we have a positive x squared minus 9x squared, so that's going to be minus 8x squared, and we'll get rid of those terms so we don't mistakenly reuse them. And then we have a 4x and a 7x, so that's going to be a plus 11x. Get rid of those. And then we have a negative 3 and a minus 2, so minus 5. And so when you add the functions f and g, you get negative 8x squared plus 11x minus 5. And if you wanted to be probably more accurate, we should really say that f plus g of x equals negative 8x squared plus 11x minus 5. Just so we can be clear about what exactly this expression here represents, and it represents the addition, the sum of our two functions. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at 38. And 38, we're still given a function f, we're given a function g, except this time they want us to subtract these two functions. All right, so let's go ahead and write function f, which is 4x minus 4. And then we're subtracting function g from that, and so minus, and now open parentheses, and let's plug in function g. All right, and you'll recall from previous examples that when we have a subtraction in front of an expression like this, we're going to take this and distribute it through, which means everything behind this negative sign is going to change signs. There's nothing out front of our binomial here, and so we can go ahead and drop these parentheses without any sign changes. So we have 4x minus 4, and now we'll distribute this negative sign, and we're going to end up with plus 7x squared plus 10x minus 7. And let's go ahead and combine like terms where we can. I only see one term with an x squared, so that'll just come right down. And then we have 4x and 10x, so that's going to be a plus 14x. And then minus 4 minus 7 gives us negative 11. All right, and again, let me go ahead and let's be as specific as possible and say f minus g of x equals 7x squared plus 14x minus 11. All right, so that's not too bad. All we're doing is we are just combining, just adding or subtracting various functions from one another. So nothing too difficult. Let's go ahead and take a look at 39 and 40. And these say, again, for the given pair of functions, find the requested item. So again, we're given two functions, f and g. only this time they want us to find f plus g of 5. And so what does that mean? Well, what we're going to do is add functions g and f together, and whatever the result of that addition is, we're then going to plug in 5. We're going to evaluate that function at the x value 5. So first and foremost, let's just go ahead and find what f plus g is equal to. So we are going to have our x function, which is x squared minus 5, and then plus our g function, which is 2x plus 6. And again, both of these are positive expressions, so we can go ahead and just drop the parentheses without any sign changes. So x squared minus 5 plus 2x plus 6. And combining like terms, let's see, we have an x squared and a plus 2x. And then negative 5 plus 6 is plus 1. And so this expression here is f plus g. Now they want us to find what this is evaluated at when we plug in a 5. So let's go ahead and find what f plus g of 5 is with this new expression. So x squared plus 2x plus 1. Well, now we're going to plug in a 5 anywhere we see that x. So 5 squared plus 2 times 5 plus 1. Well, 5 squared is 25 plus 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1. And we end up with 25 plus 10 is 36 plus 1 is, 25 plus 10 is 35 plus 1 is 36. All right, so that is how we end up with finding f plus g of 5. So first, take the sum of your two functions, so add f and g together, and then whatever that result is, you then take the value of x that they want you to evaluate the function at and plug it in, which is what we did. All right, in number 40, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing, it looks like, except now we're subtracting. So we have the function f, which is 6x plus 5 minus the function g, which is x minus 5. And because this is a subtraction, we're going to go ahead and distribute this negative through and drop the first set of parentheses since there's nothing out front to distribute. So we have 6x plus 5 minus x plus 5. Combining like terms now, we have 6x minus x, so that's going to be 5x, and then plus 10. So this here is f minus g. And now we want to evaluate this new expression at the value of 4. So f minus g of 4 equals 5x plus 10. 5, let's plug in this value of 4x plus 10. Well, 5 times 4 is 20 plus 10. And so we add 20 and 10 together, and we get 30. All right, so that wasn't too bad. So just a little twist on some of the previous addition and subtraction that we were doing earlier in the practice test, only now we are kind of having to find the value of what the function is at a specific x value. So nothing too difficult. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next section of the practice test, which is a lot of multiplication. So I'll see you there.